Yo, 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 yo. Yeah, y'all. Young living every day, giving it to you and cutting straight. YLE said it. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Now today, y'all, man, it's about a lot of women have unrealistic expectations. Now, we ain't gonna say all women, but a lot of women. A lot of them. And people ask why I say that, I've had people ask me that, why you say that? Well, okay, you want a man to protect, provide, great. Be successful, go out there, protect, provide, be in the gym, be masculine, be a leader, be a decision maker, right? Things like that. Be able to have emotional control, be able to be their emotional support, have great communication, be good in the bed, be tall, make a certain amount of money, depending on the girl, right? So I say this, they got all these expectations for the guy. And then as a man, when you do all of these things, you gotta grind, put in the work, go through the pain, the struggle, finally make it to the other side, the bright side, and be in top. And then when you finally get there, they only want you to settle for them. So I always give it like the Baskin Robbins theory, right? You finally get inside that damn Baskin Robbins shop, they only want you to settle for theirs. She wants you to settle for her vanilla bean dream. Her chocolate, ooh, baby, stop it. Her butter pecan, oh, baby, we deep in. You know what I'm saying? That caramel, ooh, I want to hop on the carousel. You supposed to put in all this work to become successful, finally get to a final destination. And then when you finally get inside Baskin Robbins, you only supposed to try one flavor. That goes against a man's nature. It's got to be all about what it is she want and things like that. Now they want you to go against your nature, and they'll say, "Well, you need to be disciplined. You need to have control. Don't go out there and stroke all these different girls and do etc." Right? So they want you to go through the pain and suffering to become successful. Finally, get inside the ice cream store to only try one flavor, but they can go out there and get stroked and get splashed on like swim time by as many guys as they want to. And then when the beauty fades and then the dating market no longer, caters to your liking, you're not at the front of the line no more. Now you want to go be in a relationship and you want to force monogamy on him. You want him to suppress his desires when you got to go out and outlive yours. You know what I'm saying? That's some bullshit right there. You want him to literally go through the pain, finally make it through, become the man that you want to be with, and only be with you. So guys should practice discipline, not go out there and stroke a whole bunch of girls when he had to bust his ass to get there. Right? All right. You want a man to go against his nature. It's biologically hardwired in him to spread his seed far and wide. That's why she can only have one baby a year. He can have as many as he can. That's a biological strategy right there. Right? So I say that to say, okay, you want a guy to go out there, you want to force him in monogamy when you got to go out there and hop on as many sausages as you liked it, right? You want him to go against his biology. All right, well, you go against your biology and don't exercise the ability to be hypergamous and don't go after the guys that's 6 feet tall, that's attractive with all the money, or don't answer to the DMs when you got A-list celebrities in your DMs, from the athletes to the entertainers. When they slide in your DMs on Instagram, don't open them up and don't read them. You see what I'm saying? Guess what, guys? That'll never happen. I don't expect that, but I'm just saying, if you want a man to go against his biological hardwiring, you need to go against yours then. And that's the truth. If you want a man to go against if you want a man to go against what is wired for him to do, then you need to go against what's wired for you to do then. But guess what? You can't expect them to, they won't. If an A-list slide in that DM, guess what? The biological hardwiring in her won't allow her to not open that DM up. It won't allow her to not respond. It won't allow her to not take a screenshot of that and post it and show everybody how this person then hit her up. It won't allow her to not get the ego boost of these guys hit her up, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. They want you to go against your biology. They want you to go against your biology, but they're not willing to do the same. That's some bullshit. So he's supposed to work hard, finally get the opportunity to get in a position to be able to choose the girls he want and choose one, but you can go out and have sex with all the guys you want. But then from, you know what I'm saying, you can go out and have sex with all the men you want from just existing without having to work hard for. But when he work hard for it, he only supposed to choose one. So let her go out there, hop on sausages, go sausage hopping, join the sausage hopping Olympics, be the sausage hopping Olympian champion of the universe, the world. Will you say? You see what I'm saying? But you know what? This her mentality. Let me go out there, hop on as many sauces as I want to, and then when I decide I'm ready to settle down and be one guy, I want you to go through the fire, become the man I want to be, and then I want you to be disciplined, even though I wasn't disciplined when I went out there and I had these options given to me from just existing. Nah. And I'm not looking at this from a personal standpoint. You understand? I'm looking at it from a general census. I gotta speak in general, from a general standpoint for all men, or most, we don't say all, most men. You know, those that's unrealistic expectations right there. Let's be honest, right? They want the guy to have his stuff together, no doubt. Say you a woman, you beautiful, or you whatever, you average looking, you fit, you feminine, you cooperative, you intelligent, you would add a whole lot of undeniable, tangible value to a man's life. Okay, you're gonna go after the best man, no doubt. Cool. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going against that fact right there. I understand all that. But you know, you gotta see the other side from the male standpoint. You can't expect a guy to go out, bust his behind, becomes extremely successful, right? Be this rich man, they got all these different attributes. You want the top dog, but you're not willing to take what come with the top dog. I mean, if you look at any guy, right? Any man that's great, any leader, successful man that's great in this world, they can have more than one woman. I'm not here saying, oh, it have to be like this. You have to accept it. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: you want the top dog, you got to take something. What you willing to take? You can't just get everything without giving something. That ain't how the game go. Just like a man got to go up and beyond to become successful, he got to become what most men won't become to get what most men can't get, right? Which is the beautiful, feminine, fit women. And it's not just a money thing; it's just all around basis. You know what I'm saying? To have an abundance of women, you're gonna have to be a man that most men not. Okay, as a woman, if you want the most successful guy, right, you're gonna have to be a woman that most girls not. You're gonna have to be to accept something that most women can't accept. And when you're dealing with the top dog, you're not gonna be the only woman. And if you got a problem with that, go get you a regular dude, you know, or go get you an average dude. That's the game. It's so crazy. Like a lot of times, whether it's going through traffic or you listen and you hear so many girls lead these guys, like I'm thinking like, okay, you got kids by this guy, you already accustomed to a certain lifestyle. It don't logically make sense to leave unless it's like life threatening, where it's like some pa, we could say, or some the R word going on, then that's a different story. But for the most part, you got kids by this guy. Why would you leave a marriage because he messed with another woman? You're already accustomed to this lifestyle, right? You're already accustomed to this lifestyle. And now you're gonna leave the marriage when you got kids by. What guy on that level now is gonna wife you up after you got kids? So you're gonna leave him and then go have intercourse with another dude who gonna do the same thing to you. Don't make sense to leave. You should have just stayed. Or you will see girls literally be with these guys and they'll leave and then they'll go out there and get bust down by another athlete or something like that. So I'm like, so the other athlete, he got other women, you'll let him just hit it. but then you leave your husband or the guy you with because he doing the same thing that you let the athlete do without even having to have a title on. It's crazy. That's just the game, man. Any big leader that you know, whether it was a Martin Luther King, whether it's a Malcolm X, whether it's a LeBron James, whatever the case might be, any great leader you can name, whether he black, white, whatever the case is, it was other women. That's part of the game. Hey, Jay-Z messed up. You understand? So it's certain things that's gonna come with that when you get to that level. And that's what women you gotta understand. You get that guy that's on that level, you can't have them all to yourself. That's just what it is. And if you can't accept that, your heart can't bear that, then stay away from that. You ain't ready for it. It's not for you. That's what I mean when I say, unrealistic expectations. I want this guy to make $1.5 million a year or 400, $500,000 a year and be all about me. Dream on. And then you woke up. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It is what it is. But again, y'all, the other video I took down, not to get off subject, but I took the other one down because I want to put that up and put it on shorts and stuff like that. Yeah, I want to chop that up and put it in the shorts. But again, y'all, I appreciate the support, 8,000 subscribers, stuff like that. Yeah. I remember, starting this thing off with just me, what I'm saying, from the bottom, like nothing at all, just kept going. But getting back to what I was saying, yeah, them expectations just be unrealistic, and that's just what it is, man. Like it can't be like that. Like, nah. Listen, well, you know what? It can be like that. They can believe in a Disney fairy tale that America fed you, but the question is, how much is it gonna cost you? You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Like, you could believe in that, but the question is you gonna get it? Is you gonna get it? Men, we understand certain things. We understand, we don't do the work and we don't become this person. We're not going to be able to command the market. We're not going to get the best women on the market. 9 chances out of 10. If you fat, you broke, you're lazy, you stink, you don't keep your hair cut, you don't keep yourself groomed, you can't articulate yourself, you don't have no confidence, you don't have no leadership skills, you're probably not going to get no women. And if you do, they ain't going to be the best ones. That's life for a man. We understand that. If we don't improve ourselves, we're going to get the leftovers. What man want to settle for some leftovers? That's the game. That's just how this thing goes. I don't know, man. That's just crazy to me. I see it so many times. It's like, yo, you would know, girl be like, girl done got passed around, did XYZ, but she want this dude to be all about her. Or if you go to any city where it's like a whole lot of bachelorette parties, man, you'd be surprised. Be a lot of girls doing some stuff that night before they get married, and then go home and kiss their husband like ain't nothing happened. You better not do nothing wrong. You better be perfect. You better not mess with no other women, but she can go out there and stroke as many guys as she like. Oh yeah, because if you look at it nowadays, I ain't gonna say all. You look at it now, most of the time when they're young, they don't want no relationship because they're getting so much attention, so much validation, and so much. See, this is the thing you guys got to understand. It's like candy to them. It's fun. It's a complete fun thing. Imagine this thing, dude. Just imagine if you got to live a lifestyle of a rich man without actually having the resources. You got to ride in the fancy cars. You got to go on boat rides. You got to go in the club. You in VIP section. You getting in free. People buying you drinks. Dudes sending you cash apps. If you get all that from just existing, that's gonna be hard to want to improve your life. You can't imagine. You can't imagine it being no other way. When it's happening like that, you can't imagine that drying up. So when they live life on easy mode like that, it's hard for them to understand saying what it's like to have realistic expectations. Expectations is unrealistic because they ain't working for that. Now, shout out to the girls who do self-improve, who understand how this thing really go. I'm gonna tell you something, right? Dude, listen, if you talk to, whether it's a female watching this or dudes watching, talk to women who actually are attractive, even decent looking females. They in shape, they got a nice energy. And when they talking, they know how to articulate themselves. They have a logical standpoint. 9 chances out of 10, they not single. 9 chances out of 10, they ain't saying when they make too much sense and they look good, they probably not on the market, more than likely. That's the truth, man. That's the truth. It's just it's just wild how the whole scenario plays out and how they view things. But like I said, when you living on easy mode like that, your expectations is unrealistic because they've been indoctrinated with the Disney fairy tale where you're gonna be with that one dude and y'all gonna ride off to the sunset. Ain't gonna be no other girls and nothing else. You watch these movies that got these rich guys or these superheroes, and they only with her and it wasn't no other women. Man, that's not how the world works. That's a lie. You know what I'm saying? That's what they indoctrinate into their brain. That's what they believe. Listen, I'm gonna tell you some real stuff, man. I'm gonna tell you something real. When you deal with women or you deal with females who've had like successful dads or anybody male figure in a family that's what I'm saying have like a lot of status and been very successful, I'm telling you, they a lot of times know how the game go. And I never forget the day that this is what I say when I say unrealistic expectations, because it can change up sometime when you get to a certain level in life as a man, whether it's financially or you get that status level. And I say that like this, I never forget the day. This was a while back. I was talking to this girl, and I don't remember exactly how the conversation escalated to go there, but she was like, she somehow started talking about $800,000, and she thought I was saying I made 800,000 a year. At first, before the conversation, right? It was oh, I don't want God cheating. He got to do this. He got to do that. He got to have this. He got to have that. When she thought I made $800,000 a year, the whole dynamics of the conversation changed over. It was like, oh, well, okay, if that's what's going to be going on, then I got to be number one. And that showed me at that moment what it's like when you really get to that level a lot of times. Now, sometime you'll get to that level and they'll be like, okay, and be understanding until they actually in that, saying that boat, and then they can't handle it. Because most women ain't never dealt with no dude who made her compete. She ain't never dealt with no dude who had an abundance of options. She ain't never dealt with no dude with the abundance mindset. So that's another reason why the expectations unrealistic. Because everybody she ever dealt with, you know what I'm saying? She probably had more options than him off the back. Like I'm talking about by a landslide, because we know that they get more options than most men, period. But I'm saying by a landslide, she had more options. That's the truth, man. So yeah, the expectations is just unrealistic. But again, you got some out there who got realistic expectations. But like I said, man, how many? And if so, is she available? How much is gonna cost you? And I don't mean from a financial, what I'm saying, standpoint. I'm talking about like time, energy, stuff like that. How much is gonna cost you? Them expectations are just a motherfucker. That's how I see it. I just think it's crazy like that. Like go out there and get banged by 50 dudes and 70, 80 guys, but you don't want him to do nothing. You could live your movie and get stroked on and splashed on and get snow blasted, plowed by the snowman. But then when he had to work hard to get something that was given to you, you got a problem with him wanting to go out and spread his seed far and wide. That's just what it is as a female. When you see a guy out there, he knocking them down left or right, you can say two things. You know what? He this kind of dude, or you know what? He bust his ass to get to this point. He on the spree right now. I'm gonna move on out his way. You can't take the heat. You gotta get out the kitchen. he on a prowl like that, you might as well move out his way because you can say, huh, he worked hard to get where he at. I understand. You go inside that ice cream store, you gonna start dipping. They want to try everything. He had to sacrifice, took him years. Just think of this. If it's a girl watching my channel, this thing, if you 30 plus years old, right? And you graduated from school at 18 years old or 17, whatever the case might be, it's a man out there that's just now finally getting the opportunity to have his way with women, right? Let's say you 36 years old. It's a man right now. It took him 18 years to finally get something that was given to you from just existing. You think that after 18 years, after you've been out of high school, if you happen to meet this guy, after you didn't hopped on multiple sausages, he about to stop and just try your chocolate, oh baby, stop it, or your vanilla bean dream, or your butter pecan, oh baby, we deep in that caramel, I'm trying to hop on the carousel. You think he about to stop at you? Shit, you got another thing coming. He had to sweat bust his ass going there. He got a towel wiping his forehead, sweat dripping off from his head. Oh yeah, he had to, he going inside, he trying every motherfucking thing. You either gonna get with the program or no, ma'am. That's how the thing goes. Respect the king, or it was all a dream. Shit, you want to get out the way. Yeah, man. Unrealistic expectations. That's just what it is. But like I said, y'all, the indoctrination, that's where a lot of this stuff starts. That's where a lot of this stuff starts, though. Yeah. Then a lot of time they be thinking like, oh, well, my dad would never cheat on my mom. How you know? Like your dad just gonna be like, oh yeah, I fucked a few girls, your mom don't know about it. Like he don't know. You don't know what he been doing. You know what I'm saying? And now, like, I'll just say this. I know why some dudes sell the dream. Because like I said, they got unrealistic expectations. They can't handle the truth. I literally watch, how you watch, you listen sometimes, you listen to a podcast. Some girls will literally say out of their mouth, just sell me the dream. I can't handle the truth. I had girls tell me that in the past. I can't handle the truth. Just I want to believe in the fairy tale. Literally. It burns so much to accept reality, they rather just believe in the fairy tale. This is what it is, man. She can do everything she want, but you better not do it. You better not be doing it. Unrealistic expectations. She want to be in a relationship with you, but still act like she's single. Clubs ain't for women in relationships or marriages. Now, if you going with your significant other, yeah. But she want to go out, wild out while still being in a relationship. And a lot of guys is icy blue pill beta sap. They can't even see it. Your girl going on girls trips out to Miami. I don't know how many times you see girls going out to Miami. Dude, listen, I used to live in Florida. You a dude, you don't know what's going on over there. Say you knew what I knew, you wouldn't sign up for that. You wouldn't sign up for that. And then if you got a problem with it, you being toxic and controlling. You always controlling and toxic when you want to allow them to exercise the right to be in a relationship while acting single. Like I said, clubs, man, that's the devil's playground. I ain't gonna tell them. I ain't listen. Ain't no female slave. Listen, it's an open door policy over it in this piece. Yeah, you want to go to the club? No problem. You want to be out on parties, yachts, and you want to be going on girls' trips? Do what you want to do. You single. Your body, your choice. My relationship, my choice. You made a decision. I made a decision. Excuse me. That's what it is, man. But that's the unrealistic expectation. Want to still reserve the right to keep the door open and source and see if something better out there while still staying in a relationship with you. Or the video where the girl said she cheated on the dudes first. They'll cheat on you, be talking to other dudes on these different social platforms, Instagram, Facebook Messenger. Oh, yeah, they get busy in there too. Don't think they don't. Some girls be still using the Snapchat. Oh, you be talking to guys, all kind of stuff, keeping dudes in close proximity. Let them catch you. Let them find out that you talking to another girl, keeping her close proximity. You a cheater, you a liar. See, it's okay for her to do it, but it's a problem when you do it. That's the game. You're not you being able to not recognize your value as a man. That's where they thrive off of. They don't like certain dudes. If you a guy and you got standards and you give off that energy that you don't play, you let them know what you like in the beginning, right? You'll ever notice some girls will fade away. You be thinking like, man, what I do? You know why she got out of there sometimes? She get out of there because she knows she can't get her way with you. You got to think about it. A man who got principles more than values, man, that's a kryptonite for girls who used to get in their way. Because you got too many standards, you're gonna hold her accountable. She don't want to deal with that unrealistic expectations. I want to her mind. I want to be in this relationship and to reserve the right to act like I'm single while still getting protection and security from you. I want to be able to still keep the door open and talk to other guys, but you better not do it. You better not do it. I want in her mind. I want to be married to you, be your wife, right? And withhold sex from you for 7 to 8 months. And don't look at me, y'all, because I ain't never been married and I ain't been in no situation where no woman withheld sex from me for 7 to 8 months. But I heard these stories before. I wouldn't tolerate that. You're not gonna pull that off on me. I gotta always go out and be the man, be willing to put my life on the line, protect, provide for the family. But I can't get a blowjob. You can't blow the wick off my candle. Can't let me take off like a bottle rocket on 4th of July. So I gotta always do what I'm supposed to. A man gotta always do what he's supposed to do, but you can reserve the right to withhold things. So she can go out. I literally know dudes been married before 7, 8 months, no ass, big house, paying all the bills, making it convenient for her to float on air. All right, cool, right? Just focus on the kids. Or if they don't even got no kid, this situation, no kids, just focus on keeping the house together. But withholding sex for 7 to 8 months. But then if he go out and sleep with somebody else, he a cheater. So you can withhold sex, talk to other dudes, sleep with other men, but if he go out and go cheat, you'll say he cheated. Tell the whole story. Tell everybody how you withheld sex from him for 7 to 8 months, 3, 4 months, and you was talking to another dude after he been doing what he's supposed to do as a guy. Tell that part right there. You see what I'm saying? Unrealistic expectations. That's what it is, man. No lie. I'm just keeping it real with you. That's crazy. I like it was one day I was watching I was listening. I was listening to I was listening to Fresh and Fit. I was listening to it one day and the dude called in and was saying, I think he called in or he sent a chat and whatever. But I know dude saying pretty much that same thing like I was telling y'all that I know about. He was paying all the bills, everything. She's staying at home, not doing nothing but withholding sex. He doing everything, but she withholding sex. But then if a dude go out and do something, he wrong. Ain't nowhere in the world, ain't no way on this green earth. I'm gonna be doing everything I'm supposed to do as a man, and you're gonna be withholding for me for long periods of a time. You can, but guess what's gonna happen? It's called an exit. You got a one-way ticket to the exit. That's what's gonna happen, man. Unrealistic expectations. She withholds sex from you for months and months. Oh, I'm just not feeling it, and I've been tired lately, and I'm just not there no more. Whatever, right? That's cool. You supposed to let them tell you supposed to be patient and wait and be a good man or husband. Let you withhold sex from her. Who is it? Who is the girl? You cheating on her? It's somebody else. You can't say no, but she can say no. Unrealistic expectations. That's what it is. Or You even got now what you what was the video, man? The lady literally said that if a dude want to go on a date with her as a single mom, he gotta pay for a babysitter for her kids. So let me get this straight. A dude that's never met you a day in his life, he never even went out with you before. This not your man. He's not your husband. This is the first time y'all gonna meet up and go on a date, and he responsible for paying for another man's kids if he want to see you. Cause you chose a guy, laid down, shared your wound with him, and it didn't work out. So now he gotta pay for another man's baby to see you. And the thing is, it's some girls who really gonna follow that and start going with that trend and believe that. Unrealistic expectations. What the fuck do I look like as a man going on a date with you? You got kids paying for a babysitter this so I can see you. Why am I paying for some children that's not mine? They trying to have you socially engineered to believe that you're supposed to be responsible for another woman's kids the first time you go on a date with her. Unrealistic expectations. Just saying. Simple, man. That's some bullshit. And like I said, this ain't all women, but it is a nice portion of them that believe this stuff. Cause it's like, well, one person do it, girl do some stuff, and then it go viral. Now it's a trend. The other girls follow. A lot of these girls don't have the mindset to think for themselves, man. They heavily influenced by the next girl, right? She do something and it go viral. We gotta do it. Even like with the whole cheesecake thing, Cheesecake Factory. All that sound cool, you know what I'm saying? Till the right person come along. But again, unrealistic expectations. Unrealistic expectations. Hey, I tell you one damn thing. You supposed to pay for her babysitter for some kids, even though you don't know her, and them ain't your kids that you had. If you decide to go on a date with a woman with kids, right? And then on top of that, you gotta take her out and take her to. She expect you to take her to some steakhouse. If you don't know the game, yeah, she'll play that game on you. As a dude, ask sometime. If a girl try to pull that card on you, have you ever been to this restaurant before? See what she say. Probably gonna tell you no. Or she might lie and say yeah. She trying to see how far she can take it, you know what I'm saying, how far she can go with you. Unrealistic expectations. You supposed to pay for the kids and then take her on a high-end date. Just to see what's gonna happen. To see if y'all gonna connect, everything's gonna transpire to whatever your intentions is as a guy. Just to see. If you wise, you smart enough, you ain't gonna fall for that. But again, before I say unrealistic expectation, that's why I gotta be initial attraction, genuine desire. Cause that you ain't gotta worry about that. That's the game right there, man. You better have everything you supposed to have XYZ. Meanwhile, she could be driving around in 2001. It sound like somebody grinding up baby legs in there, right? Loud, rusty, but you better have everything. She still live with her parents. She still sleep in the basement. She worked 20 hours a week and complain about working. But if you make 80,000 a year, that ain't enough. You need to make more money. Unrealistic expectations. Just keeping it real, man. Unrealistic expectations. It's like it's rules for you when you ain't that guy, right? Like I always say, it's never enough when you not that guy. When you not that guy, it's a whole bunch of rules in place for you. But guess what? She just broke these rules 2, 3 days ago. You know what I'm saying? Tyrone came through, or Romeo came through, touching the back of her oven with passion, one stroke at a time, deep down and under, till she felt that thunder. You understand what I'm saying? And guess what? Till she bust and fainted. Hey, Tyrone or Romeo was just doing that about a week ago. She meets you. Oh, I don't like him like that. Now the stakes is high. She wants you to take her out and spend X amount of dollars just to see her. She just gave it up to him for free. Hmm. Unrealistic expectations, man. That's why you gotta understand, you gotta gauge, man. You can't go back and forth when they don't give a shit. If they don't care, they don't care. That's what it is. You can't go back and forth. That's just a game. You know, you got to get in there, be able to gauge how high the interest level is. And if the interest level ain't that high, you get out of there. That's just what it is. You don't go back and forth and argue, blah, blah, blah. When they don't like you, they don't give a fuck about how you feel. That's the harsh reality about a female. She not emotionally attached to you. She don't give a shit about how you feel, how much of your time you wasted. You gotta respect yourself to not waste time. But guess what? She can waste your time. She can waste your money. She can get attention and free validation from you. But guess what? If you do it from her, you the bad guy. Unrealistic expectations. That's the truth. Hey, you ever notice they go out with dudes, play all the games, take dudes' numbers, text them 5, 7 hours later. She's super busy. Most girls don't be that busy. Girls always got their phone, right? You just on reserve. You on a reserve list because it's somebody she prioritized. And you'll be sitting there thinking, if you a dude you don't know, oh man, I finally got her. You ain't finally get her. You know what I'm saying? Top priority just fell down. Her top of the line fell off. Maybe you at the top of reserve, you pulled up. That's it. Really literally was just out with him the other week, got splashed on. Now she come out meeting you. I want a relationship and I need to get to know you a little better. Translation, I don't like you like that. There's no initial attraction. There's no genuine desire. I've said this before. Unrealistic expectations. Oh, he splashed on her. But guess what? You better vet her, court her, be a good boy. Unrealistic expectations. I'm telling you, listen, whenever, notice, whenever they'll sit up there and be mad when a dude play them, go online, go on TikTok, be mad, raging, sometimes even crying, be mad when a dude play them. Always ask yourself, but how many dudes have you played? How many dudes you play games with? Right? How many guys you had in the reserve list or in a friend zone and you only use him to do specific things for you? You don't like him like that. See, you could play games and waste man time and absorb energy from dudes, but as soon as a man beats you at your own game, you ready to jump out the window spiral style. Now you mad, you pissed off. Man, that's one thing you guys got to understand. They don't like to lose, man. They don't like losing. It's only okay if you lose. Unrealistic expectations. You can waste, she can waste your time, energy, attention, and refunds, but guess what? You waste her time and energy, you're the bad guy. Unrealistic expectations. Just keeping it real. They never like when you beat them at their game. I don't know if y'all remember that Netflix thing they had, right? With that dude, Tinder swindler. And it was the girl, I think she was from like Germany or something like that. And they showed her Tinder. She had like 1,000 messages in there. This is like a average looking girl, if that. She had 1,000 messages lined up in there. Literally just got these guys just sitting in there. Seeing his profile was all in. Then you get mad, documentary series about this guy. But how many games did these girls play with all these other dudes? What about the documentary series about the man that they play games with? You see what I'm saying? They got a whole series about this dude because he beat them at their own game. It's okay for them to do it, but if you do it, you're the Tinder swindler. They're gonna make a whole series about you. Unrealistic expectations. That's what it is. That's how the game go, man. I ain't lying to you. Hey, y'all got a date? You got a date for 7:30? You show up 7:42? Some girls won't wait. Some girls might. They'll be mad. Hey, they show up late, 10 minutes later, you got a problem with it? She ready to go. It's okay for her to be late, not respect your time, but you better respect hers. Unrealistic expectations. Oh, all he want to do is have an encounter with me. All you want to do is go to these expensive restaurants. That's $300-$400. So he's supposed to exchange his resources, his hard earned money in exchange for hanging out with you. And this is another thing too. A lot of them believe that they so important. If you they literally say this stuff now. Watch any podcast and just pay attention and listen to them. When they say a dude take them on this expensive date, and every time a person asks them, what is the man getting in return? You know what a lot of young girls say? He get to see me. She think you she think you being in her presence is more important than your hard-earned resources. She think when you take her out on a date for your hard-earned money that you spent, just because she showed up, she doing you a favor. So you can't deal with no female who think that she doing you a favor. You can't do me no can't no female do me no favor. I got the abundance, I got the abundance mindset. One thing I can do is get some women. That's not a problem for me. You understand that? I've been doing that when I was in my mama attic. When I ain't had no car picking up. So when you're dealing with a certain kind of dude who know his value, who didn't had plenty women in his life, that shit don't work. But again, if you don't know no better, their expectations would be unrealistic. That's the truth. You better not show up late for that date, but she can. You better not leave her waiting, but she can leave you waiting. Hey, you better not finesse her out of no money, but she can finesse you out of some. Let it be a dude in a Miami area going around and he finessed 100 girls out of $5,000. Man, they'll make a documentary about that shit. How many girls finesse dudes out of $5,000? That happened all the time. Unrealistic expectations. They can do it. It's a problem if you do it. And just keeping it all the way real. And like I said in the last video, even though I got to chop that up, listen, man, I'm going to say it again. Take a few pages out of their book. Pay attention. Take a few pages out of their book. Because a lot of shit that a dude will tolerate, they won't tolerate that shit from you. Oh, you better not be in the DM texting no girls. You better not be on Facebook Messenger texting no girls. You better not have nothing going on on that Snapchat. You better not still have access to them dating apps. She'll stop talking to you. Right? Especially if the interest level ain't high. See, she ain't gonna be spending all her hard-earned money on you unless you added some value, right? You came through, maybe you went on some dates, you took her on some dates, you stroking her till you bust. She getting something out of it. She gonna make sure she gets something most of the time. I ain't gonna say all the time, because you got some Chad and Tyrone to be finessing these girls out of a bag. That's a fact, right? But what I'm saying is she gonna make sure she gets something out of it. Take a few pages out of their book. Make sure you getting something out of things. That's what they do. They will not listen. They won't tolerate no fuckery from you. Don't tolerate that from them. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't letting the girl get away with nothing I can't get away with. Straight up. That's a fact. You can't pull it. I can't pull that shit off. Guess what? You can't neither. Fuck you talking about. That's the truth though, man. I'm just keeping it real. Unrealistic expectations. How much it's gonna cost you? Hey, you better have something nice. And I ain't gonna say all girls, I ain't gonna say all, but we're gonna talk about the hypergamous cities, like a lot of the major cities. Hey, you better pull up in something foreign. You better have this, you better have that. Especially if there's no initial attraction, genuine desire. Because when it ain't no initial attraction and genuine desire, guess what? The expectations is high and unrealistic than a motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Literally. I'm gonna tell you, listen, I'm gonna tell you one of my first real life moments. One of my first ones. I always been woke on things, right? I never forget this. This is my homeboy. We was together one day, and this girl was texting me, and she was like, pretty much, she went on a date. She told him she's about to go on a date with this other dude. Literally, he already smashed her. He don't care. She about to go on a date with this other dude. No lie. Dude took her to a nice restaurant. She texted my homeboy a few times while she with the dude. This how blue pill some dudes are. This is how so unaware women nature some dudes is. This is how the lack of respect for man's self is not there with some dudes. She literally was on a date, periodically texting my homeboy, and then said, "Oh, we about to leave out. I should be home in this amount of time." Right? So when he close by, he pull up to the crib, pull up over at the crib. No lie. Pull up right there, waiting for a few minutes. Literally park a little further, not right at her house, like maybe like a few houses down, parked on the side in the truck. What happened? Dude dropped her off. She gave him a church hug. He drove off. My homeboy went right in the house and touched the back of her soul. One stroke at a time, spinning around, giving it back to her. Here you go, baby. That was my first moment when I realized that other dude took her on a date, wasted his time, energy, resources, and everything. And all he was just giving her experience that she wasn't getting from the guy that she really was feeling. That nigga dropped her off, drove off. My homeboy went in the house and splashed on that girl. That was my wake up moment right there. That's when I knew. That's when I knew. Hey, you better not do it. Hey, you better not have her take you out on no date, spending her hard-earned money and time. Did she drop you off at the crib? Then you want to just go in the house while she pull off? Because I tell you one damn thing, she's spending her time, she want to come inside 9 chances out of 10. Let her find out that after she drove off, another girl came in and smashed on her dime. They can do it to you, but you better not do it to them. Unrealistic expectations. That's the game they play. That's just the truth, man. No lie. The level, man, when I tell you, dog, that's just one story that I can think of right now. Just imagine if you was the dude that took that girl on a date, spending your money at a high-end restaurant too. All for you to drive her back to the crib, she give you some fake little hug, and another dude come in the house and stroke her till she busts on your dime. It's probably gonna burn you. It's probably gonna burn if you knew. That's the real, man. I'm telling you. Or I done seen buddies before, literally talking to a girl for 2 weeks, sending him naked pictures. She been in a relationship for 5 years with a dude. It's never enough when you're not that guy. You better make sure you that guy. You better make sure. For she give you a piece of her, and not the whole thing. That's the truth, man. That's the truth. Like I said, y'all, that's what I'm talking about when I say unrealistic expectations. That's what it is. But listen, man, I said what I had to say for the day. Again, I appreciate all the supporters, man. You got me to where I am now. I appreciate all y'all, no doubt. That's all I gotta say before I get out of here, y'all. Let's be on our purpose. Let's be on our grind. Let's get the money on point. Let's get the mind on point. Let's get the body on point. Develop them social skills. Last but not least, get you a passport. But you better make sure you get that. You better make sure you get that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get that passport. Make sure you get that consultation. Tap in with the right person so you can know how to move in that area. And after you do all that, I'm telling you, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And you most certainly ain't gonna be going out spending money on a date right off the back with a girl that you don't even know. You spending your hard-earned money to take her out on this expensive date your first time around while Tyrone stroking for free on your dime. Don't be him. But listen, y'all, like, comment, subscribe, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. Tell a friend, and tell a friend, and tell another friend. Look, y'all, I'll see y'all in the next video. Appreciate the support. I'm out.